Hello everyone. This one is going to be a out of character little interlude here. We're basically where we left off at the last episode. I did end up finishing this. I made just those couple of repairs from that drone attack that, happened at the end of the last episode. There was actually a second drone that came in. That's what it dropped those extra parts. I turned the trash cleanup on so that it could get rid of all of that junk. And what I'm going to be doing in this one is I wanted to be able to talk directly to you guys rather than my mumbled self commentary that is the hallmark so far of this series, because I am going to do the small craft build that we were talking about at the end of the last episode. Well, and through parts of the last episode. What I'm going to do though is, since this is a single player world, I do have access to the admin menu, but I'm not going to use any of the abilities that would let me, just spawn in parts, anything like that. I'm going to just build all things manually. However, for the duration of the build here, for the duration of this little interlude, any hostile craft that come in, I will be using admin commands to simply delete so that we are as minimally interrupted as possible. And, I kind of wanted to do this just so that I can talk to you about my thoughts on the building process, that sort of thing, without having to sort of shroud it in the ideas of, just mumbling to myself like I do most of these other things. So, we're going to be building a small craft. So, we're going to have to start with a uh, landing gear, just because of the way the thing is. Now this will be gone before we actually uh, finish. Why are you doing that? What in the world? I was literally hitting one key. What in the world is... Alright. Sometimes these things are weird. Although I'm going to need some plates. My own brain could really use a few things. Yeah, I just tossed a bunch of random parts in there from the various drones. I did salvage a little bit of the drones in between here too, so let's go ahead and try this again. You like that? Let's kinda... I would like you to be mostly the correct direction when I put you down. Oh, okay, that's probably one of those maydays or something, because it went away. Boop. Alright. Let's go ahead, just kind of bop this into place. It's literally just going to be for the sake of getting this craft started and making sure it doesn't float off while we're working on it. Did I not? I thought I... Oh, you know what? In fact, let me just ditch that out of the planner there. What was it? Components and motors. I don't have very many motors. Hope that's enough. Yeah. Alright. And I think you auto-locked. So we should be good there. Okay. So we're building a welding ship, and the idea there is that I should be able to swap the welders and the out for grinders when I need them. It won't let me necessarily do anything with as a miner. That'll have to be a second ship at some point later in the series, but this should do for now. So let's get some of these parts into our menu. We are going to need a cockpit, which we will just use the standard cockpit. See, that's the industrial one. It says I have it, but do I have it? I don't know. All right, we're gonna need that. We're going to need a connector. Oh, I've already got that in my thing. Good. We're going to need some small grid conveyors.
Energy low.
My energy is low. Man, that's like the name of this series right now. Energy low. What are you? Oh, you're another one of those. Alright, so that's those corpse. So, for those of you wondering, that is from one of the mods. It was supposed to not necessarily be as quick with that, but let's see. Support frigate, that's that guy. So that's what that guy looks like. We'll, no, we can't really move around. We're gonna remove that. And I need to go back to player control if I want to continue playing today. Alright, there we go. Like I said, just for the duration of this build, I'm going to be removing any of those. Those are those things that keep basically chasing us off, because they are actually quite a bit more powerful than these standard things, but I thought we were going to be given more time. I thought it was... I mean, unless this thing gives a lot more PCU than I thought it does, than I think it does. Alright, anyway, we were grabbing some components. Alright, small grid. We're, of course, going to need the welders. So we should grab that. We're going to need some batteries. And we're probably going to need a few more things, but this will do for the moment. So, although, you know what? We are going to need some sort of storage thing. So, cargo. We're probably going to want medium cargoes on this. That's going to be my thought on that. Although... Yeah, okay. We're gonna need to grab some of the components we need to build all this stuff too, because we are doing this legit-ish. You know, insofar as I am building it legit. I am not, however, taking any chances with all the extra, you know, NPCs floating around. I have one of those. I'm definitely gonna need more than one. So I guess that means we're gonna need to make some. Go ahead and make some of those. Why do I have 32 of those in there? I guess it's a thing. Alright, so let's get this one in place while we're waiting on a few more. We're gonna want... Do I want to do that? Or... Well, that's that little one. That does not have... I think that there is some... Okay, let's just do this. I guess we'll grab the battery again later. Yeah, here we go. This is the one I actually want. So we're going to put... Why are you unable to place conveyor junction? Why do you not want to go that way? That's the way I want to put you. You can sit one back. Okay, I guess we'll just sit that one back. Alright, so that means that we're going to have those 3 spots. So, since we have 2 spots there like that, this will wire the cockpit in without having to do too much extra stuff. Now, the question becomes, what do I do about this? Because I definitely don't want to go large, because large is even bigger. And unfortunately, this does not have a turn in it. Well, I could kind of go there. No, I don't want to stick those out too far. Well, wait a minute. Let's take a look at the welders. The small grid welders are... Okay, those small grid welders are not as bad as I thought. So perhaps we do that. Yeah, I'm liking this. Alright. So we're going to come over here. We are going to grab our interior plates that should be finished here. Where's my interior plates? Here you are. Excellent. We're gonna do a little bit of this. like so. We're gonna then put two, not of those, two of these in like that. There we go. And then we will stick welders on the end. Excellent, excellent. All right. That is actually going to be the bulk of what we need for this, outside of the, handful of things that we're going to want for regular use. So the only thing remaining that requires a connection is the connector, which of course I'm going to just replace the landing gear with. So we can use all the rest of these sides and everything for other stuff. Did I see another? It must just be that thing flashing again. Gotta kind of keep an eye out for those red things. It won't help if I don't delete them in time. So, all right, let's go ahead and get some of these other things. So we should grab the battery, of which we will need at least one. We will need... I've already got the connector there. I don't need these other things. I don't need you. I don't necessarily need another cargo, although it might not be the worst idea to have another one. I could stick one more out the back. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that. I just got rid of it, though, so we're going to need to grab that medium cargo container again. Stick it there. We got that. We got that. We're going to need thrusters. Now we are going to be limited to the little ion thrusters because we only have enough components for 8 of them without digging into our large ship, which we really can't afford to do. So we will have fairly minimal thrust on this, but I guess that will be fine. Whether or not we're going to want anything else, I'm not certain. But let's go ahead and get these couple of things in place. So we've got that guy right there, I think. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these batteries, put them like that, and like that. Yeah, this thing is starting to take shape. You can kind of see it. All right, let's go ahead and get just a couple other things. Let's see. We're going to need forward and rear thrust. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that. So that's half our components right there. But that's fine. We're going to do that and that. Now all we have left is up and down. And that's all the thrust we're going to have available to us. Not much, I know. Alright, so we are still going to need a gyroscope. Important. We might want more than one. But we are also limited on the number of metal grids we have, although I don't think the small version... Yeah, the small version doesn't use one. So we're okay there. Let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to put 4 on. Because being able to maneuver is fairly important for both welders and grinders, which, we're going to kind of be a little of both on this, hopefully. And that is probably about it. Now, what I am going to do, I am going to go ahead and say put a little beacon on. I'm going to do it right there, just because I don't want to accidentally lose the ship. Oop. All right. Now, I don't believe there are any parts I'm missing. But let's go ahead and by missing, I mean, like, do not have in storage or anywhere else. Let's go ahead and get these bits and bobs. As welded up as we're going to be able to for the moment. And then we will start worrying about any additional stuff. Because we are going to need to get this guy operational before we can really get the last component on. That, of course, being the... Oh, and we're out of steel plates. Alright. I think I got all the parts that are going to need interior plates. Let's go ahead and just start... Oh, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Doesn't matter, I don't have any more on me, so... Let's check this. Oh, okay, yeah, he's missing a few there, but otherwise good. Let's go ahead and just do this, get everything all welded up.
Low.
My energy is, of course, low again, because why not? Take care of that in a moment. Get this all refilled. I do wish this would refill a little bit faster. Everything else goes nice and quick, but I suppose if I really wanted to refill my energy faster, the medical station does that a little bit better, but this, the way that this ship... Ooh. Oh, okay. The way that this ship originally was built, it didn't have the med bay piped in, or even, like, set up for us piped in. Like, there's literally just armor blocks blocking those ports. So, I haven't decided to actually go and change that yet. We might do so later in the series, but for now, that's the way it is, and I'm going to leave it that way for the time being. Alright, I think... Oh, no, I've got these guys on the side where you're still too, right? Alright, got those, got that. I got all of these. I've got as much of that as I can. I think that's everything has steel plates. Alright, so what do I want to grab next component-wise? How about construction components? There's far too many blocks in that to just do the like, you know, building planner thing, so let's go ahead and get 100 of those. Actually, let's get a little more than 100. Skull ingots. Alright, let's get rid of those. Let me actually get the 16. Yeah, that was my mistake. For some reason, I had read the mod wrong. If you guys didn't notice, I suddenly was like, oh, I forgot the radar control module. Yeah, I read the mod wrong. The way I read it, I thought that it was used an antenna to do it. So that's why I was like, oh, I'll make this nice little antenna, make it, you know, look like a radar dish, make it go around and everything, and then it didn't work. So I went back, reread the mod again, and no, it has its own little thing. So, and then of course that needs the superconductors, which of course is a major thing we need in the series already. So yeah, about that. Alright, I have 125 components. Let's see if this is enough. Let's start with our cockpit. Let's start with the components that are necessary to move this thing. So the batteries. We will get all of our various thrusters. else is necessary to move it? Ah, gyroscopes. Alright, that's everything required to move it. Let's go ahead and get our beacon. And I guess we need to start getting the structure in place. So let's get that junction. Well, that's a lot of components for that guy, isn't it? Alright, we should have this guy back here. Okay. That's everything but the welders, I guess. Let's get the welders if I can. Ah, there we go. I've run out. Okay. We won't worry about that just yet. I would like to be able to get the ship to the point where I can lift it up and put the connector on bottom and get it connected. That is the primary goal at the moment, and we've got another one of those guys. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Wherever you are, there you are. Remove you. Just to make things easier during my little build. You're green now. Does that mean you're no longer connected? Or what? Or are you connected? I don't know. No, green is connected. I don't know why it was blue before then. Because yellow is the can connect, right? And then, I don't know. My brain. Alright, what's our next component? We need power cells for that. Tubes. What about you? Motor display computer? Let's get motor display. Let's get motors. I don't have enough displays, it looks like. I don't have enough motors, it looks like. Grab the computers as well. So let's get like 20 more motors. I know I need 3 more displays. Let's just get these guys going. Where's the... There you are. There we go. Alright, we're gonna do that. There we go. Don't think there's any of those. What about you? You have some computers and motors. You're gonna need those tubes, though. You have computers. Those are important. That is everything that requires it, that is for requiring to move. Let's go ahead and do that. You guys do. Let's get this guy here. Alright, and we're basically out of those. We're gonna obviously need more before we're done. Those displays are gonna be good. We're gonna grab these steel tubes because we know we need that for a bunch of these parts. Cockpit, excellent. There we go. Now we can theoretically control it. Let's go ahead and get these tubes in. Excellent. Oh, I didn't get construction component in that one. Or this one, apparently. Oh, I'm out of large steel tubes as well. Ooh. I gotta look around whenever that happens, because I've been noticing that that's been happening when those corp ships show up. I might have to remove that mod if that keeps happening, but
Energy
I'm
low.
hoping not to, because I kind of want to explore it a little bit, you know? Let's go ahead and recharge. I should be able to grab stuff while I'm in here. It's all connected. Oh, right, I don't have any more construction components. And I needed a few more motors, was it? And then, of course, I need some more of those steel tubes, which I should have some around, yeah. Let's just grab I didn't mean to grab all of that. Let's grab like 10. And then we will grab whatever component, or, yeah, construction components we can, and I hate that the cryopod turns off your jetpack every time. Definitely one of the downsides. You need more computers. You need small steel tubes and motors. You can use some construction components. Just kind of making sure we've got as much stuff in as possible. Those are small tubes. I'm not as concerned with that. All right, let's get our 40 power cells on the go, and we'll get our thruster components in. So we are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 40 of those. And let's grab our 8 little thruster components. And do we have any additional small steel tubes in that? Doesn't look like it. So let's go ahead and make like 100 of those, because I know we're going to need a bunch. But let's, for the moment, get these ion thrusters online. Just the rears. Excellent. Okay. And that is all of our spare thruster components. You actually still need a few additional things. Alright, let's check on our power cells. We might have to do multiple trips for the power cells, because they tend to take up a lot of space. And we are not on super... Yeah, look at that. We're going to have to do 2 trips. Alright. Let's get those going, because as soon as that comes on, we're going to need to start doing stuff. So let's grab the remaining components, and I grab some steel plates, because I want to minimize how much drain. Let's, in fact, only get one battery going. Alright. What I would like to do is get those 15 steel tubes. I know, I just said I don't want to have too much time go by on the battery, but I also kind of really feel like this central block needs to be finished. There we go. Now I feel a little less like everything's going to fall apart. Alright. So, here we are. We are in our little ship. We're going to have to do this. It kind of sucks that I have to do this just to end up getting rid of the landing gear. That I have to basically go in, uncheck that, unpark, lift ourselves up a little bit. Now Now we should be able to get down under here. We're just going to grind that away. Because if I didn't undo the auto lock, I would have unlocked it and it would have immediately relocked itself. Which is super annoying. But here we go. Get this guy in place. And now we're going to be like, give me all of that, please. Can't withdraw 6 computers. I guess we'll, saw that little red thing again. I gotta keep an eye out on that. Alright, we just need the 6 computers. So, give me 6 computers. All components successfully withdrawn. Now, you've got that. Come over here. Before I even move the ship, I am going to, not that, this. Alright, battery and battery 2, you are going to be a utility batteries. And that is going to be good there. We are going to say, groups, you are going to be toggled in and out of recharge. Now, whoa, okay. The gyroscopes are definitely good, but they also need to be good under weight. So let's get in a little bit here. It's a little far out. There we go. Ooh. All right, and mark her up. And we're going to say, throw everything into recharge mode. There we are. Very important. Alright, so we should be able to finish building this battery. Now these are going to be running off the reactor, which we have limited power, but it's a thing. Alright, so now all we really need to do is just finish welding this guy up, and we'll be done. Look at that. It took me 33 minutes to get to the point where I could theoretically get this guy going. I do want to do one more thing here, though, so that wasn't it. I want to get all of my ion thrusters. We're going to group these up. I do that, and now we are going to, much like that, much like the batteries, we will be grabbing that. And you're going to be a toggle on-off. Not necessarily because we want to save power, but if we don't, then when we move the larger ship, it'll be trying to negate that thrust because the what's it called? The inertial dampeners are defaulted on. So, all right. This is the ship. I'm just going to get the last bits of these welded up, and we'll come back next episode. We'll give it a name. We'll give it a name in the series proper. That's going to do it for this little sort of aside episode. So, until next time, have a good one.